started this 30 years ago, there was a need inside of me to help women dress to the best of their ability. Nobody was telling you couldn't, and if they were, you weren't hearing them. At that age, we had nothing and we had nothing to lose, so I think staying true to yourself and holding on to a little piece of that naivety is fresh, especially 30 years later, because I think a lot of people lose that along the path. From day one, we made a conscious decision to take care of our own backyard, and our backyard is LA. We've developed partnerships over these last 30 years that some started almost from day one. Why wouldn't we support our own backyard? So today, 80% of our production is made in America. For fresh produce, it's who we are, it's what we stand for. We're very proud of that.
We started working with fresh produce 15 years ago. We've developed, a lot of products for them, a lot of fabrics, and it's been a great relationship for all these years. My dad was in the textile industry since he was very young. I remember he had a little hand machine to make sweaters. I grew up with textile probably in my blood. If my son, if Daniel, can be that continuity in the future, it would be my greatest happiness to see that.
Anytime my friends would come over, my parents would come by and immediately feel the fabric and feel the shirt they're wearing and say, oh, it's a cotton spandex, oh, this is a nice blend, or who's the label? And of course, as a kid, I was horrified. Unfortunately, now it's gotten to the point where I do that with my friends sometimes. I definitely have a sense of responsibility in terms of the future of Antex and Matchmaster. Part of that is to my family, but there's also a bigger responsibility to the people who work here. And there's 500 people who rely on us, who rely on my parents and I to put food on the table for their families and to keep them going.
Color creates an energy and an emotion that you can physically see and feel. Like, I need color to feed me, and when I'm fed, I can feed others, and that's when I feel my best.
So we've been working with Fresh Produce for over 25 years, and we've been developing their bright colors, what their company's been known for, Fresh Produce, and we believe that bright colors kind of brightens up the world we live in, and it kind of almost speaks to someone's personality or character. Here at Sunday, we've learned that going by the cookbooks doesn't always work, and that's one of the things that we've been able to keep an open mind with, and we've been successful. It's almost like having a personal chef, and we've learned their taste, and we've learned how to cook to their taste.
When we first got started in LA, 98% of garments sold in the US were made in the US. Obviously today it's the opposite. Less than 5% of garments sold in the US are actually made in the US. Fresh Produce, in a way, is a company that's similar to us. It's a family operation. They value making things in the US. I think that's been their philosophy from day one. We were lucky to be able to align ourselves with them from that time. I would say we both proved that is possible, and we both survived and did well when a lot of people just left the country.
I think when a customer buys an American-made product, what they're doing is they're making a statement that they want to be sure that as much as possible, they can purchase something that can enable U.S. jobs, that can continue to make them and their neighbors, their community, strong. So we've done something right, and then there's that responsibility that we have to continue to do it right.
You pause along the path and try and recognize where you've been and where you are. We're much more than just a bottom line and a dollar amount. We are about people.
I would say bringing jobs and keeping jobs in this community has been the greatest accomplishment that Antex has had.
Be able to put back into the community you grew up in, it's a very enriching and satisfying feeling.
Fresh produce, I want it to be more than a pretty dress. My goal in life is for everyone to be their best. We are about making every woman from the inside out, feel her best, to walk tall, proud, and confident, and ultimately shine.